Hey guys, it's Adam. I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome to Do You Watch Anime, a show where I sit down with a guest every week and ask them, Do you watch anime? And we go from there. And today joining me is voice actor in such anime as VTuber legend and Anyways, I'm Falling in Love with You. Hannah Majors, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So, do you watch anime?
I do. I will say I don't
Hmm.
watch as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of anime back in like middle school, high school.
Hmm.
But recently I've been trying to like stay on top. Um, but a lot of the time when I watch anime now, I'm studying.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to just like watch it just like and there I'm always like analyzing
Yeah.
the performances
Hmm.
to become a better actor.
Hmm.
But the ones that I'm choosing to watch right now, they're good.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up with Gachiakuta, which is
Oh,
like,
so good.
oh,
So good.
it is so unique
Yep.
and fresh.
Hmm.
And I usually don't keep up with shows, but this one I'm like watching every single Sunday.
Yep.
So
Yep. I picked up the manga, oh god, a couple months ago, and I was like, "Ooh, this gives me when Chainsaw Man was like really gross." Um and
yeah.
yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, I love this like theme. I love the themes. I love the characters. They're all the art design. Oh my god."
Oh my god, dude. It's just so unique. Like
Mhm.
there are a lot of shows that are very like similar to each other in some way. Like we see a lot of like isekai
Yep.
or like similar like character archetypes designs, but I feel like Gachiakuta is just so uniquely its own thing, and
Mhm.
it's really really cool to see that because it's been a while. I feel like since we've seen like a really like unique show,
Mhm.
and the art style is just superb.
Yep.
I'm about to start reading the manga
Yeah.
because I've been really like an anime only type of person,
Mhm.
but I want to like start reading the manga and just like finally experience, maybe knowing ahead of time what's going to happen instead
Mhm.
of, just finding it out when it gets animated. But it's definitely my favorite right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love. It's been so good, and I'm just and the music. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, the opening.
Oh, literally, as soon as I heard like the like metal opening, I'm like, I'm
Yes.
downloading this as soon as it's on. I don't
I'm
care.
all,
Yeah.
yeah, no, dude, I
Oh,
love that opening.
so good.
It's a banger. I again like there's not a lot of shows that I like. There's not a lot of anime that I watch nowadays. It's
Hmm.
more so to study, but
Yeah.
this one just for pure enjoyment and love is absolutely Gachiakuta. It's so freaking cool. So
Yeah. So
big
good.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, going back to kind of your first dips into the watching anime pool, what were some of the first like anime you remember watching?
Oh, I love this question. All right. All right. Okay. Oran High School Host Club
Of course.
was a
Yeah.
classic.
Hmm.
And because I started getting into anime when I was like 13, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit of a youngin.
Hmm.
But I got into Oran and it was just so cute and sweet. And I love the characters, and the dub was just incredible.
Yeah.
I've been a dub watcher since day one. I have
Hmm.
always liked dubs, and
Yeah.
I'm very like ADHD. So it helps me when I get to watch a show and like hear, and then I put subtitles on top of that because my attention is woo.
Yep.
So yeah, no, Oran was one of my favorites, the first that I watched, and then Soul Eater, which I love Soul Eater. I will always preach Soul Eater. And we're about to reach like peak Soul Eater season
Yep.
because it's about to be autumn and fall and spooky season, and
Yep.
that's like the time to watch it.
Hmm.
Um, those were like my top two that I started. I also one of my first was also Black Butler. That one was pretty good, but I didn't stay on top of it.
Hmm.
I think I stopped watching around season two. Because that was all that was out at the time when
Yeah.
I had watched it. Um, but yeah, there were some here and there, but those were definitely like my top three that I like,
Hmm.
one of my faves for sure.
Yeah. I love that. So, what's a show that you could watch over and over and over again and not get sick of? That is not one of those three.
Anime, right? Like it
Yeah,
needs to be anime.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. This one I actually recently
Hmm.
watched. Well, not too recently, but not when I first watched. Like, not one of the first ones I've seen.
Yeah.
Toilet Bound Hanako.
Oh.
That's like my comfort show, and it is. It is so stinking cute,
Hmm.
and I got into it. It was a pandemic show.
Yeah.
So when the pandemic was going on, I was like, you know what? I haven't really watched anime in a while. There were a few that I dabbled in. Like I watched Kakegurui, which I loved. It was really
Yeah.
like, kind of like quirked up and just silly,
Hmm.
low commitment type of show.
Yeah.
Um, but I found Toilet Bound and I'm like, this style is incredible. Like I'm such a visual person and I
Hmm.
loved the art style of the
Oh.
show and the acting and it was so good.
Yeah.
So I was honored that I even got to be like additional voices for that
Hmm.
show.
Yeah.
It was like because it really was like such an important show to me.
Hmm.
Even with the music, like for the opening and the ending. Back then, I still do. I just don't use it as much. But I have a cover channel,
Okay.
and back in that time during the pandemic, I released a lot of song covers and I released a song cover of the ending song from Toilet Bound, and it was just my comfort show. I would rewatch it any day. So that would definitely be like my select one that I'd go back to because
Hmm.
it's so cute.
Oh, I love it so much, and like like you said, the art in it. Oh,
Yes,
it's so
it's
unique.
so freaking good. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, and like you get so used to like kind of the usual like how anime usually looks, and then you look at Toilet Bound Hanako-kun and you're like, "Oh,
It's the unique
yeah.
art style and like you just know that like heart and soul really went into it. It
Mhm.
wasn't an attempt to get at what was, maybe trendy or popular or like, it just feels so uniquely its own thing. And I think
Mhm.
that's why I'm a bit more selective nowadays with the type of shows that I choose to watch because
Mhm.
I just love when a project oozes or like a production oozes like just uniqueness
Yeah.
and quality and
Mhm.
heart and soul. Like there was so much just like unapologetic like creativity that went into stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I just feel like I gravitate towards it. It's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And like even the manga with the manga covers are so colorful and like
Yes.
oh my god. My partner I think
Yeah.
has like I want to say 15 of them right now. And like they're
Oh
all like
wow.
it's so nice to look at because it's all different colors and it's like, oh, I love it.
Oh
Mm.
my gosh, yeah. I think I
Yeah.
have an art book somewhere, but it
Oh,
is just
yeah.
it's so cute. I
Mhm.
love it. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I love it so much. So,
Yeah.
what's an anime that makes you go, "I swear it's good. Hear me out."
Huh. Um there I don't really know. I've
Mhm.
had whew, okay, so I've watched anime that I'm not gonna tell you it's good. Okay, like
Yeah.
it's not like I've seen some anime where I'm like, all right, man, it's okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
I this is so vulnerable for me. The first
Yeah.
anime I ever watched. I can't believe I'm saying this. The first anime I ever watched was Hetalia. I
Oh!
felt like that was too niche.
God
So I
damn. Yeah.
usually don't say Italia
Yeah.
because it's just there and it's and I'm not going to tell you it's good.
No.
But I did watch it.
Mhm.
um I don't know if there's like any show I'd be like, yeah, like usually when I watch anime and I just like I usually am not like a big like hear me out kind of person when it comes to
Yeah.
certain shows.
Mhm.
I will say, I really, from what I do remember, I really do like Kakegurui. Like
Yeah.
Kakegurui, I think it got like really trendy and kind of memed on which is fair. I mean, pandemic days were like the days to do that. And that's honestly when anime made like a really big boom, and it's only gotten more and more mainstream and popular since. But I would say that the pandemic was kind of like the source of where that original, like where that kind of started happening. And Kakegurui is certainly like, there are like parts of it that are like cheesy or like, you know, but I don't know. I like it a lot. It's still really interesting. Like, it gets your gears turning because it is a show about, you know, like gambling and technique, you know, and the thought process that they go through. But it's fascinating because there was a lot that I learned about not necessarily just gambling, but just like the analytics, you know, that go through their head. So yeah, you know, it was still, it's a type of show that like provokes a lot of thought. And I love shows like that. I love media that makes me think, that gets my gears turning. So I can see how some people might be like, oh, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. It's a gambling show, you know, it's on Netflix. Like, I don't know, it's, you know, whatever. But I think it's actually, it's worth a watch. I think it's a pretty cool show. So.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. And as a romance anime person, there's a bunch where I'm like, I swear it's good. I swear.
Fair.
Like, one of the biggest ones is Uzuki-chan Wants to Hang Out.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that one. But I've heard of it.
And like, at face value, it's girl with big, you know,
honka-donkas.
Teasing her crush or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's like so much more than that, and I was like, oh, I just love it. It's so cute and like adorable. It's like, I swear it's good. But like that Hitalia, like,
oh god, yeah, it's not something I'm proud of.
So don't worry, I have a whole Rent a Girlfriend shelf, so like, you're fine. So like,
hey, that's a hear me out type of show.
It's not a hear me out. Don't do it. So
please, don't save yourself.
Don't waste your time.
Gotcha.
So what was it about Hitalia that like drew you to it?
It was a friend recommendation. I was 13 and they're like, hey, I really like, you know, because it is the fandom. It was literally the fandom. The fandom was huge. And it's kind of like, not exactly the same thing, but like how like I'm a nerd. Okay. Like I was a dorky little girl. So it's kind of like Homestuck, where like, you know, like it was really popular, but the fan base made it like way bigger than it actually, like, the source was. And that was like 100% Hitalia back in the day. Again, it's not really a show I'm proud of being my first anime. It just happened to be. But yeah, it was literally like, I was 13 and my friend was like, oh, dude, I love these characters, let's watch the show. And I'm like, okay. But it, you know, it was something. It was, I literally just tried rewatching it recently, and I was like, whew, what? I was like getting secondhand embarrassment. I was like, dang. What was I doing? Like, I was 13, but I was like, what was I doing? But yeah, silly stuff.
Oh yeah. I have friends who back in the day cosplayed from it.
It was really popular.
Oh yeah. And like, one of them was like, it should come back, and I said, it should not.
No. I think it's good back then.
It's good back then. It's
good then.
Yeah. It's perfectly fine. It can stay back there. It's fine. I think I ask people, and I interview people at cons, and one of the answers was, what should get a remake? And someone said Hitalia, and I had to be like, that's a decision out of all.
You made a choice today.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the right choice, but you made a choice. If I shall share my opinion on what should be remade, I think Soul Eater.
Yes.
If Soul Eater came back, dude,
yeah.
That, I think, because if I'm not mistaken, the original show is not manga accurate.
No.
And there have been a few shows. The one I can think of right now that like got another like reboot that was manga accurate was, I believe, Sailor Moon to Sailor Moon Crystal.
Yeah.
And oh, it's so good. Like I really, really like how they remade that. And I love Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, same here.
But I really, really think that that would be such a banger remake. And if they did do a remake, I would hope that they would keep the style, maybe like, you know, like more updated, you know, in a way, so it just doesn't look like it was maybe from 2009. But I hope
Yeah.
that they still stay true to that style, kind of like how you see in Fire Force.
Yeah.
Because man, I think there's so much potential in a remake for Soul Eater. And it's just such a flawless, unique type of show. I love those. So.
Yeah, totally. And like I completely agree. I loved Crystal so much.
Yes.
Cuz like
so
we
cute.
watched through the first like the 90s anime during the I think it was the tail end of the pandemic. And cuz it was on one of the Canadian streaming services. And I was like, it takes 20 episodes to meet Jupiter? Excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about? And then literally in Crystal, it's like 5 episodes and they're all together. I'm like,
oh, I know. They're
I'm
like,
like,
all right,
oh my
wrap it
God.
up. Let's get to the chase.
Yeah.
I love Jupiter. She is my favorite so much. I literally recently just found a channel on my Samsung TV that is 24/7 Sailor Moon.
Oh,
like,
wow.
all like,
Damn.
I mean, it's all like random, you
Yeah.
know. So sometimes I'm like, oh, this is Crystal, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this is the OG.
Yeah.
But I just keep it on. I kind of feel like a little girl, like eating my cereal in the morning, just like
love
watching
it.
my cartoons. It's just
Yeah.
all Sailor Moon. I've been loving that. That's real refreshing.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I also like in Crystal how they made Usagi a little bit more, you know, fruity. Because literally she sees Mars and is like, that is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Yes,
like,
yes. I don't know if I want you or I want to be you.
Yeah,
like,
literally. And I'm like, God damn,
I
girl.
love Mars.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's my favorite. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you sassy
based
little
choice.
Yeah.
Peak decision.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's one of the anime my mom remembers me watching so much besides Pokemon. Because it was just, it's so good. So good.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
Yeah. So you play Nekoma. There we Nekoma? Nekoma, there we go. And VTuber Legend, how was it getting to work on such an amazing comedy?
Man, so I'll tell you what, I wanted to be in that show so stinking bad.
Yeah.
Like I literally actually started crying when I got the email.
Oh, damn.
Nekoma so far has been the biggest role I've ever had the privilege to play. And that was the first time someone decided to give me that much opportunity, responsibility to play her. And so that role will always mean a lot to me. And in the anime sphere will mean a lot to me because that was my first, and I'm thankful for anything I can get. So I sobbed on the floor.
Yeah.
But it was just so awesome being a part of that show. You know, it was so like unserious, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I also just loved working with my castmates. Like, it was a really, really good group of people that got to work on VTuber, and I don't know if it'll get a season 2.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw like them posting on YouTube like out of nowhere, and I was like, maybe I don't know. So yeah. I don't know. If that's the case, that would be my first recurring role, or in a second season. But I don't know. But I loved voicing her. It was so funny because I have more of like a mature voice type.
Yeah.
And so, at least like my natural voice. And so when I got the email and I looked up the character, I was like, me? Like, me? Are you sure? Because like she was so like, I'm a cat girl, da, 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 and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, I never thought that was in my character type or like my
Mhm.
wheelhouse. But I was really glad that my first biggest or my first supporting role
Mhm.
was such a cute character. Like I
Yeah.
honestly really lucked out
Mhm.
because Nakama is just like so adorable, and I
Yeah.
really got to like lean into the like Mimi, like Lel Poggers side of
Yeah.
myself. The very like gamery, like,
Yeah.
just fun, silly side. And I had a lot of fun with that role. So yeah, I was stoked, honestly. I was
Yeah.
stoked. That was the one like show, like when I looked at the summer season last year, I was like, the things I would do to be in VTuber. So it was insane how I
Yeah.
just somehow manifested it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was
Mhm.
it was great. It was
Yeah.
such a fun ride.
Yeah. It was one of my favorites last year. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
straight up.
awesome to hear.
Like,
I'm so glad you liked it.
yeah, the amount of people I showed it, I was like, please watch this. This is so ridiculous. And
Yeah. It is.
I can't believe they're saying gooning on
Oh, dude.
Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Like,
Oh my god. Some of the lines we would get, I'm like, yes, I get to say that. Like
yeah.
when I got to do like a Dio quote, because I love JoJo's Bizarre
Yeah.
Adventure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I probably have a figurine I could show you.
Hmm.
I Oh my gosh, I was like, this can't be real. Like
Yeah.
I love that I get to say this silly stuff.
Yeah.
Because some shows are more serious, some shows,
Hmm.
but I loved how VTuber was very kind of like how recently with like Panty and Stocking coming
Yeah.
out, how like the Angel Boys have been able to like use all these like Gen Z terms and slang. It
Yeah.
was really nice to like see VTuber take as much advantage as possible of the like recent like pop culture stuff and references, and I believe Macy Ann Johnson was the script writer,
Yeah.
and they just did an
Oh,
incredible
yeah.
job writing the script.
Hmm.
And it was just so fun to read the script,
Yeah.
and like so just excellent work all around. Like I thought that the entire cast and crew was just so fun, and it was just so like, let's just have fun,
Yeah.
and I loved it. So
Yeah. I again, it was just so every week I'm like, what the hell are they going to say now?
yeah, I know,
Um,
right?
yeah, because it's just so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
so glad to hear.
yeah. So, how would you pitch to someone who doesn't know what VTuber Legend is?
Oh boy. um I don't really know. So I actually, fun fact, I think me and majority of the cast have been VTubers or are currently VTubers at some
Okay.
point, which I don't
Yeah.
know if that was intentional. That could have been, and probably is pure coincidence, because there
Hmm.
are a lot of voice talents that are VTubers. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of them now.
Hmm.
Um, but a lot of us like had experience. So I think for me, I would kind of start with the baseline of, do you know what VTubing is?
Yeah.
Do you know some VTubers? Like,
Yeah.
which ones do you know? Because,
Hmm.
like, for me, when I was initially trying to like get into VTubing, I got like really like hyper fixated on it for a bit. And I was like,
Hmm.
who are the popular people? And like, I want to like, how do they do it? Like I wanted to provide like that experience and that connection when I was interested in VTubing more about like 2-3 years ago. And so it was nice to step into a show I was actually knowledgeable of.
Hmm.
So I think for me, I would just start with the basis of, do you like VTubers?
Hmm.
Are you interested in VTubers? Do you want to watch a show about fake VTubers?
Yeah.
And if not VTubing, I'd just be like, do you just like brain rot chaos?
Yeah.
Because this is a good turn your brain off show.
Yeah.
Those would probably be my 2 pitches.
Yeah. My I straight up my favorite episode is probably the one where they all play that like Western like find the killer game together.
Yes,
That
that
was
one was so fun. It's like
so good.
the Western Among
Yes,
Us
yes,
game.
that's it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that one was so fun.
So good. I was like, oh, what the hell is gonna happen? Like,
I remember watching the episode in the sub before I was called in to record, and I was like, all right, how long is Nakama gonna last? I just how long is she gonna last?
yeah.
And she didn't die first.
Mhm.
So I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. Like I also just like loved like previewing the episodes and being like, oh my gosh, what crazy thing, what silly things do I get to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
It
god.
was great.
Yeah. So, what's a line that you remember that you literally went, "What?"
Oh, from the show.
Yeah, yeah.
I have two.
Mhm.
One, I just like it's the one I remember all the time because it was from my first session,
Mhm.
and so I didn't really know like what to expect at that point. And so, I remember I just saw like the line on the screen, and Nekoma just goes like, "Bruh," and I was like, I just get to say "bruh," like okay. So I was like, "Bruh," I
Mhm.
figured you'd catch on by now. So that was really fun.
Yeah.
Um, but another one was obviously there are a lot of points in the show where we had to like bleep out a lot of like pop culture references.
Yeah.
The Dio reference was really fun for me, but one of
Mhm.
my favorites was during the game show episode.
Yes.
That was definitely the most I got to play with Nekoma, and
Mhm.
probably one of my favorite episodes to perform because
Mhm.
it was just so fun. There's a line in that episode. Um, I said Sharknado.
Yeah.
It was like a Sharknado series marathon or something like that. But I accidentally in the booth said Sharknado, and I just like started folding over, just like ah, out of all the things I could slip up on. Oh my gosh. So that one was just silly as hell
Yeah.
and definitely like it's only really like niche to me that I remember to like, like, oh, I know what I did, but
Yeah.
it's such a silly moment.
Oh my god. I love that. That's so funny. It's
Yeah.
just Sharknado. Yeah.
I was saying it so quickly and I go, Sharknado! And I was like, oh, dang it. Shark, not no. It was so
Oh my
stupid.
god. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So moving on to Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You. You got to pop in there briefly.
Yeah.
How was it being in a romance anime?
It was nice. It was
Mhm.
really refreshing. I actually really, really hope to have more time in a grounded show.
Mhm.
Um I think that romance animes and grounded shows are like super underrated and
Mhm.
beautiful, and they give actors a lot of opportunity to play.
Yeah.
So I popped in briefly, and I'm glad that I was also used for a mom role because I haven't
Yeah.
really been able to do that too much
Mhm.
yet. So um that was just really really just relaxed, I unfortunately there are a few shows that I am like I'm watching the whole thing, but from what I have seen and like Maganda's performance as Mizuho, I mean
Oh.
like, and Maganda's one of like my closest friends, and I
Mhm.
mean like I'll speak highly of her till the day I die. Like she's incredible.
Yeah.
Literally, like
Yeah.
not little shameless plug. I love Maganda. But it was and Mauricio did incredible too. He's
Mhm.
another close friend of mine. I just
Yeah.
love them to death. But just I love those types of shows because again it gives actors the opportunity to play with the mundane and the
Mhm.
grounded and the like those intimate moments.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that that's some of the most fun you can have
Yeah.
sometimes. Like I would say those opportunities are equally as fun as
Mhm.
the crazy da, 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 during a show,
Yeah.
like freak out moments.
Mhm.
I think those intimate moments and settings are
Mhm.
just as fun to explore and navigate and see what comes out of you and what's personal to you that you can
Mhm.
put in your role.
Yeah.
So absolutely, like I was so glad to even just be a small part of it. But I would absolutely love to be a part like of a bigger role in just a really grounded show. I think that would be so special and fun to
Yeah.
dive into. So
Yeah.
it was
And
great.
yeah. And like that's one of my favorite parts about some romance anime where it's like super grounded like uh Too Many Losing Heroines is another good example of
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, there's like some
That's one
more.
I need to watch.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
that one I've seen, like I love how it looks and I've
Mhm.
heard such good stuff about it. That is definitely one I really want to like
Yeah.
actually just sit down and watch.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it was absolutely fantastic. And like it,
Yeah.
like obviously they're gonna have moments of that, like, oh my god, haha, like anime
Yeah,
moment.
of
But
course.
like,
Yeah.
and then there will be scenes where it's just like just the characters, and it's like, oh my god, and it's just so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
yeah, it's yeah, I just I love romance anime. It's like
Yeah.
probably my favorite genre of anime if I had to pick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite romance anime?
Funny enough, I have not watched enough. I really
Okay.
haven't. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I want to watch more. Oran again, like it was one of the first I watched, but
Mhm.
it was just so cute,
Yeah.
and it was just a very innocent type of like fun silly
Mhm.
show, and it was classic. I think a lot of people can look back at Oran and just like lovingly and
Yeah.
just be like, man, like that really, like there were some obviously romance anime that came before Oran, but I think Oran was like really like a staple and like iconic,
Yeah.
and it's one that I will always remember and always like be willing to rewatch and look back on. I think like all the character tropes and the connections between the characters, and even back in like 2009, 2010,
Yeah.
like those performances were incredible. Like they
Mhm.
aged very well,
Yeah.
and again, it was utilizing like those grounded moments and those like just grounded reads, and it was just lovely.
Mhm.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not like the main, I wouldn't say it's the main genre of the show, but Toilet
Mhm.
Bounds
Yeah.
also has some romance elements
Oh
to it.
yeah.
Um and I loved those moments.
Oh.
Like I also just love, another great example of that is Dandadan,
Mhm.
where
Yes.
romance is not the key
Mhm.
component to the show, or it's like not the genre you would technically say it is,
Yeah.
but it makes it so good.
Mhm.
Like witnessing it, like, oh yeah, and this is happening too, but it feels organic.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel like forced or like, oh, let's just, try to make it like more interesting and like, I don't know, group these people together. Like it's the organic attraction of two
Mhm.
characters, even when the genre isn't outright romance.
Mhm.
So I really, really, really like those moments. Like with Don Don when I was watching Don Don and like seeing like, I love their dynamic so
Oh,
much of
it's
Momo and
perfect.
Okarun.
Yep.
I I love their dynamic. It
Mhm.
is it is so innocent and pure, and it feels real. Like
Yeah.
it feels like, it reminds me of when I was like a silly, nerdy teenager and
Yep.
just like, scrapping with friends and whatever. And oh, shoot, I think I'm liking this person. What do I
Yep.
do about it? Like,
Mhm.
and there's all this random stuff going on around it. That's the key focus technically, but there's still something growing there. And
Yeah.
I just really, really like that. I love
Mhm.
the organic, not in your face, just it's happening on the side type
Yeah.
of romance and shows. And
Mhm.
I think that Toilet Bound and Dandanon do that really well.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's there's some moments in season 2 of Dawn to Dawn right now that I'm like,
Oh, I gotta catch up. I
these are
gotta
my
catch up on that
children.
one.
I love them. These are my
Yeah.
children. No one should hurt
Yeah.
them. No one cuz like in season 1 when Gigi got introduced, I was like,
Yes.
fuck this man. At first, I was
Yeah.
like, get him out of here. I know what's happening.
You're not the
Um
OG.
yeah, get out of
Get in the
here.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he turns out to be a sweet muffin, um,
Yeah. Yeah.
which who I love now. But at first, I was like, I will die for Okaru.
Oh, I know. This guy's competition.
Yeah,
He's gotta go.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Gotta get out. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they both animes do romantic like subplots so well.
Yes, I love romantic subplots.
Yeah.
I love when like I didn't even know it was gonna happen and it
Hmm.
starts happening, and I'm like, I'm actually obsessed with this.
Yeah.
This is actually my favorite thing now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not anime, but Shira, Princesses of Power did that
Oh, I've heard
very
of
well.
that show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They did that very well. It like
I
kind of
love that
it built
stuff.
over 5 seasons, and then, you know, right there I was like, "Oh, Yes,
Let's
absolutely. Let's
go. Here
go.
we go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I love
And
that.
it's a little gay. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes, we love
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I think that one does it very well as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just love romance anime. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I need to watch more.
Mhm.
I really
Yeah.
do. Like, I've worked myself to a point where I'm very, as creatives are, I'm very like, if I'm not doing something productive, what am I doing? You know,
Yeah.
so it's been hard for me recently to like sit
Mhm.
down and be like, yeah, I can watch a show because I deserve to relax. Like
Yep.
I've never like I can never convince myself
Yep.
that I need to. But I've
Mhm.
recently like tried adopting the mindset of like, first off, you deserve to relax. Second off,
Mhm.
you can still study while you watch.
Yeah.
Like you can still study performance while you watch.
Mhm.
So you know, I'm still trying to kind of like lock in more to
Mhm.
watching more shows because honestly, like consuming media is so important
Mhm.
as an actor, as a performer. Like there's so much you can learn through other performance without having to take a single class.
Yeah.
So I really do think that, you know, picking up more like anime or live action
Mhm.
shows or like of all types of genres, it can teach you new methods and show you new types of like emotions and portrayals that you never really thought you needed to know.
Yeah.
Um, and it's helpful too, like when you're auditioning for roles or characters and you can kind of channel like a certain thing that you're like, oh wait, this reminds me of this character that was going through this, or this reminds me of this character that fell in love with XYZ,
Yeah.
whatever, and I know how to channel that. You
Mhm.
know, like I can empathize with that and I can use that to boost my performance. So I certainly need to watch more, but romance anime is like one of the big ones I need to
Yeah.
check off
Mhm.
because um there's so many good ones right
Yeah.
now. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we got like Condition Called Love, Sign of Affection,
Yep.
Makine, I
Yep.
think that's how you say it,
Yep.
Makine.
I
Yeah,
think so. I don't.
Makine, Losing Heroines.
Yeah, that's what I call it because I was like, I don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce this.
you're
So
good.
yeah.
But there have been like quite a few coming out, and a lot of
Mhm.
people are like eating them up.
Yep.
So I'm really gonna have to like just sit down and be like, all right, time to do this, time to
Yep.
watch these because
Yep.
um I really do think that they have a lot of like really good material in them and
Mhm.
um you know, I love listening to my friends or people I know and I'm like, God, they did so good. Like
Yeah.
you did amazing. And
Yeah.
you know, it's such a privilege to be friends with and connected to such a huge community of
Mhm.
actors that perform and just gosh, I mean, they just inspire me every
Yeah.
day. Like
Literally.
it's like I hear them and I'm like, I must get stronger. I must train, I must get
Yeah.
stronger. This is incredible and and
Yeah.
and they remind me every day that like it's worth to keep going, you know, even if the journey is different. Um it's worth it to just keep fighting and focusing and you know what? If you fall on your butt, you fall on your butt for a bit, you pick yourself back up
Mhm.
and you keep going
Yeah.
because it's the art. It's
Mhm.
we're here for the art and we
Yeah.
we love the art and the connection. So
Yeah.
I'm just so thankful to be a part of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. I the the amount of times that like through having this show that I've
Hmm.
picked up new anime, blah 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 for this season because
Yeah.
a friend is in it, right?
Yeah.
I think last season I was watching like 9 anime and I was like, guys, calm
Dang.
down. Guys, calm down. Please stop being talented and being cast in things. This is
Yeah. Yeah.
like like I swear this season I'm watching like 3 or 4 anime that Corey's in. Like,
Oh,
oh my god.
I love Corey.
So do I. So do I.
Corey's kicking ass right
Oh
now
yeah.
too.
Oh my
Might I
god.
just say I'm so incredibly thankful that I get to watch Corey succeed
Yeah.
right now. Like I
Hmm.
think this has been their year, and I just know that they're destined for greatness.
Yeah.
Like I really like if there is one person, I believe in everyone, I really
Yeah.
do. But if there is one person I could be like, I believe in you and I would invest so much to because I
Yep.
know that you're gonna make it
Hmm.
and you're gonna make it a big and I'm so happy for them. So
Yeah. 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 Straight up. And I'm like, oh, there they are
yeah.
again. Nope, there they
Yeah,
are
I know,
again. Yep.
right? I know. It's like
Yeah.
back to back. Like,
Yeah.
let's get it. Let's
Yeah.
get it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I'm like, great. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. So, you're also additional voices in the newest My Hero movie.
Yeah.
How is that popping into a like such an iconic franchise?
It was really cool.
Hmm.
It was very brief.
Yeah.
So, some people, you know, I wasn't part of the base group that
Hmm.
got additional voices, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
I actually came in, and sometimes it just kind of plays into convenience of, hey, are you coming into studio for something else? You know what? This director needs a quick line. Can you just run in there really quick?
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. I was
Hmm.
actually going into studio for VTuber Legend.
Hmm.
And they just needed a quick, like, 2 effort noises, I think. So it was very, very brief,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm thankful for any session I get and
Yeah.
any opportunity to work
Hmm.
with a new director or a director I haven't worked one-on-one with very much. And it was really cool to be able to even, like, add that to my resume
Yeah.
of, like, I've done additional voices for this, and that's awesome. Like, it was
Hmm.
tiny, but it was there.
Yeah.
And the movie was so
Oh,
good. Like, I'm
so
not fully,
good.
again, another thing, I need to be more caught up on things. But I'm not fully caught up with My Hero, but, like, I understood
Yeah. Yeah.
enough. And it
Yeah.
was basically its own story. The movie was kind of its own story
Yeah.
anyways. And Mauricio just did
Oh
phenomenal. And
God.
I was so, so stinking happy for Mauricio.
Yeah.
Um, because, like, we were all, I mean, I don't, who even knows how many times he saw that movie. He saw
Yeah,
it
I
many times,
know.
but I was with him one of the many times.
Yeah.
I don't know if I watched it twice, or either way, I was there with a lot of people that were there to support him.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. You know,
Hmm.
it was an amazing experience hearing, like, a friend of mine's voice come out and on the big screen, and, you
Yep.
know, like, that was so, so special. And
Hmm.
again, like, I'm just so thankful that so many people, like, I'm close to and I'm friends with and I just love are doing this. Like,
Yeah.
this is, I never could have imagined, I never could have imagined being where I am today. And, you know, there are some times where I'm, like, down on myself and, like, man, like, oh, I wish I was doing more.
Hmm.
I wish I, you know, like, what, you know, I need to improve. I need to whatever. But there are moments where I just kind of stop myself and think, like, 12-year-old Hannah would be just gobsmacked to even, you know, like, I think that I do this thing where I downplay my successes a lot. It's something called
Hmm.
imposter syndrome and anxiety, and I
Yeah.
have a lot of it.
Yep.
But um, you know, there are a lot of moments where I remind myself that it's so worth it,
Hmm.
and the journey looks different for everyone, but I cannot even believe that I get to be a part of this in any capacity. And I truly, like, I mean that so
Hmm.
much.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. And uh yeah, I'm a sap.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah. No, no. I am
I'm
the
such a sap.
no. I'm the same way. I just like last week I'm going to be doing voice actor panels at Fan Expo. And
Yeah.
yeah, and so uh I got the lineup of how many panels I'm doing, like, yeah, that Friday, yeah, Friday. And I looked I looked at my partner and went, if you would have told me 5 years ago that I would in this position, I would have called you crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. And like, I totally understand the anxiety. And
Yes. And but, you know, first off, it's so earned. Like, for you, it's so, so earned. And, like, I think it takes a lot of talent and personability and, like, relatability. Like, you are in a position that's hard to be in. Like, I
mhm.
hope that you know that you're, like, you're doing an amazing job.
No.
Because, you know, it's
Yeah.
true though. It's
Yeah.
true, and I want to
Thank
give you
you.
your flowers
Thank
too,
you. Yeah.
because, you know, uh, being an interviewer, like, it's, I don't even, I don't even know what I'd do when I'd be like, hey, you know, like, I totally get it. Like, even being
Mhm.
interviewed makes
Yeah.
me anxious, you know, because
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, what are the right things to say? Is they like,
Yeah.
am I, you know, overthinking? And I usually am, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that what you're doing is so awesome, and it's inspiring a lot of our community too. Like for us to feel like, wait, you want to talk to me? Like me? Like are you sure? Like it makes a lot of us feel so special and so heard, and
Mhm.
it lights that fire. Like it
Mhm.
keeps us going.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate interviewers like you. Like
Oh.
seriously, like I was so honored that I got
Mhm.
called to do this. I'm like, really? Me? Are you sure? Like I don't have that much right now. I don't have that much yet,
Yeah,
but I really appreciate it.
mhm. Yeah, well, thank you. That actually means a lot. Thank
Yeah, of
you.
course.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like I like to treat everyone the same. It doesn't matter if you have like just Walla. I don't really care. You're still
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Like and you're like
Yeah.
you're also a fan. And this the whole reason I started this was because it's funny. I was in an elevator in my building and I was watching
Yeah.
a like a hot, I think it was an interview with Margot Robbie.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm a big wrestling fan." And I was like, "Huh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that. I
Would
wonder
have
if she
never known that. Yeah.
yeah, and I wonder if she watches anime." And it just went I went, "Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute."
Did I
That's
just come up with the title to my series?
yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Um
Yeah.
and then I was just like, this is just a nice like just to talk about anime and how,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
It's all passion driven. I
Yeah.
think that's what every good thing
Mhm.
is rooted in.
Yeah,
It's rooted in passion and
totally.
love,
Yeah.
and that's just I love how genuine like you are,
Oh.
and with everyone,
Mhm.
like I think that genuine connection is so important.
Mhm.
So, rock
Yeah.
on, man.
Oh,
Keep it up.
thank you. Oh my god.
Keep it up.
Hi, I'm Steve Yurko.
And I'm Tara Sands. Now available from Maji Media is our new podcast, 4Kids Flashback. 4Kids is the company who brought you the English dub of Pokemon in the late 90s and so many other shows like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Shaman King, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kirby, the infamous One Piece dub, and so many more.
We'll be talking to the people who worked at 4Kids. Actors, directors, writers, editors, producers, engineers, you get the point. And hopefully get the answers to questions both you and I have about the company.
I actually worked there as a voice actor on some of the shows.
And I was a kid watching the shows and remember way more than Tara does.
And thank God for that. Steve is actually a professional storyboard artist, which gives some really unique insights into anime and animation. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts. That's the number 4 Kids Flashback.
Hey guys, welcome to the Patreon portion of today's episode. And if you want to join the Patreon, there are a few different tiers, like shoutouts on the episodes, as well as exclusive videos and behind the scenes content and so much more, and even the episode a day early. Thank you to Geo, Keith, Blythe, Bunny, Mikey, Sheba, and Brooke. And if you want to join the Patreon or find out more, the link will be down below. And yeah, back to the episode. So, how did you originally get into acting in general?
Great question. So ever since I was a little girl, I always loved performance,
Mhm.
like always. I don't really know like what specifically flipped the switch for me. It's just ever since I was a kid, I
Mhm.
just really loved the idea of performing. I mean, I remember being like, who even knows how old? I was probably like 3 or 4, if that's even accurate to memory
Yeah.
starting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would be listening to like my mom's like boombox, and like Kelly Clarkson would be playing.
Hell
She was
yeah.
like my favorite when I
Yeah.
was a kid. She'd be playing, and I just wanted to like sing and dance and perform. Like I just always wanted that. I
Mhm.
don't I just think it's a part of me. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's necessarily like one thing that like flipped the gear for me.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just since the beginning of my life, like I have always wanted this. And I think right now I'm in the point where these are my key years of polishing,
Mhm.
like I look back to my high school acting because I did theater like as soon as I could. I
Yeah.
started doing theater. So there wasn't really any theater for me in elementary. So when I moved into middle school and beyond to when I graduated high school, I was doing theater. And then college started, and, you know, it was kind of trying to get on my feet there. And then pandemic hit. So it was like, oh, you know, they're kind of full stop, you know. So I found different avenues to perform. And so when I was in high school, it was my junior year, had a coffee job. It was like my first job ever. It was okay.
Yeah.
I got my first paycheck though, and I'm like a 17-year-old with like $700.
I'm
and
rich.
So I'm like, whoa, like, yeah, like, oh, like, that's a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
now it's like nothing.
No,
But when
yeah.
I was 17 and had nothing else to, like, I didn't need to do anything.
Yeah.
So, or like pay for anything. And so I had that much money, and I was like, okay, I like 3 things. I like acting, I like acting, singing, and I like ASMR, which is a little subcategory about me. I love ASMR.
Okay.
Anyways, I like those 3 things. I should get a microphone. And so I looked into it, and I feel like a lot of people started there, but I did get a Blue Yeti.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't know like the XLR jargon and like all that
same
at
here.
all at that time. So I got, you know, like a basic, like, this is the most popular USB microphone.
Yep.
And that was 2018. And I started on Casting Call Club, which was a lot of people were familiar with. That was kind of like the big one at the time, because it was like, what else I didn't know. So starting off, I literally just went online, like on Google, just searched up like voice acting website. I don't know, something. Where do I audition for stuff? And I found Casting Call Club, and it was all like fan projects and stuff. But that was like a great way to get my foot in the door. And so that's what I did. I just started auditioning for stuff, and I was like, wow, this isn't like theater. This is different. This is so different. And of course, at the time, my mic sounded like crap. I was also recording into the fun fact. I didn't know what input and output was.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was really silly and not, you know, very acclimated to voiceover at all. So I didn't know what input was. So when I had Audacity, which, you know, I used ye old time ago.
Oh yeah.
My input was my computer mic for a good 3 months, maybe. So I was like, wow, I paid how much money for this microphone? And this sounds like crap. And then I realized I was recording on my HP all-in-one microphone. Good. So of course it sounded like crap. So anyways, I just kind of I don't want to say stumbled into it. Like I definitely got a microphone like with the intent of, I want to try this out. But it was with the motivation of, I don't know how I'm going to continue performance. Like I didn't know at the time, and I didn't want it to just stop. And there's a lot of theater, especially here in Dallas, which I love. But, you know, after high school, like the world just felt so big, and I didn't know where I was going, and what was something that I could always keep with me without having to worry about, oh, well, where, you know, like there was so much unknown. And the one thing that I knew I didn't really have to worry about, like those unknowns, was voiceover and recording song covers, which I really wanted to do. And I just kind of started there. And then I eventually came here, and I think it was a very genuine, happy accident. Like I knew that Crunchyroll was here, I think. But like, I think I did. But and I had always wanted to do voiceover for anime. I thought that was, I mean, like one of the first things that made me like, oh yeah, like this is something I could do, was from dub anime performance. And I was like, I really like these actors, and this is really cool. And, you know, but I did not move here with the intent of doing voiceover in anime. It just was a very, very happy accident. And being here and meeting the people I have and being a part of this community, like, was so unintentional, but so perfect. Like it truly just was like destiny in a lovely little way, you know. Like I just, it worked out. Like, it was so unintentional, but it ended up working out in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I had a lot of like ups and downs, and regardless, like there was just this huge, awesome community of creatives that were like right there to support and help and give feedback and, you know, anything. Like it's just been awesome. So it was something that just like, I knew I always wanted to perform. I knew I always wanted to do this. And then it just kind of like small domino effect of just all these random little things happening.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I like opened my eyes. I'm like, where am I? And then now I'm here, and it's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
So a lot of just very convenient, happy accidents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It brought me here.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I when I got out of college, I went to school for like TV and radio. So I knew a little bit about microphones, and the XLRs was way too much at the time. Thankfully they become a lot more affordable now. But at the time I was like, no, I can't afford that. I'm too poor. I used my Rock Band mic from when I was a child, because I noticed that it was a Logitech, and I was like, yeah, it should work. We don't bring up those like other podcasts I tried to launch.
We all start somewhere, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We all do.
But yeah, I love that. So one of my first like introductions to you was Corey said that you did their graphic design.
Their banner.
Yeah, their banner. How did you get into doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, thank you for asking me that question, because I love design. So I again, like, always wanted to be creative, and I guess I just decided to do everything. So I was like, oh, creative, okay, art, acting, sing it, do it. Can I do it all? Which I wouldn't recommend. It's very overwhelming. But so I recently, and I'm also very thankful for this, I've been creating voiceover banners for a lot of mutuals of mine, and I'm really happy they want to come to me for that type of work, because I'm very I care a lot about like personal branding, and like what is you, like what is like that, like for example, when I was making Corey's, I'm like, all right, what is like, that's Corey Wilder.
Yeah.
That's the aesthetic. That's what, these are the characters that are you, that are popular. That is what's going to make people look at that and be like, I want to see what they're about.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a big thing for me, because I got into graphic design maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
So before that, I was actually an illustrator, which I still kind of am, but I haven't done illustration nearly as much.
Yeah.
But I used to like draw people and like kind of like anime girl style all the time. But I kind of laid off on that for a bit, and eventually kind of just stumbled into like a graphic design position. And I never went to school for graphic design.
Damn.
So I'm very like self-taught. Like almost everything, in fact, basically everything I've ever done is self-taught.
Love that.
Thank you. But I learned graphic design, like Adobe Illustrator, on the job at this like small gig that I got, and I just kind of like kept finding ways to level up from there. And so then I got some experience doing graphic design for apparel, which was a really another fun subcategory for me. And then I learned about embroidery and screen print and just a lot of different like sections of graphic design that I don't think too many people are like, oh yeah, how do they do that? How did they make that? So, I just kind of just kept picking up like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. I just kept going like, oh wait, so I just kind of kept like absorbing different types of design. And I realized one of the types of design I love doing the most was for like flyers.
Okay.
And like banners, And so I was like, voice actors need banners.
Yep.
And, I started like making my own on social media. And then I eventually went to my friend group and I said, okay, guys, is this worth it? Should I do this? And they're like, hell yeah, try it, you know? And so I eventually, I just started small with like my friend group. So like there were some like my first banners that I did were a bit more simple, a bit more like I'm still trying to like learn how to like, you know, like how, get used to it basically. Like I was dipping my toes in the water at that point, which was this year when I started doing this. It was maybe back in May, April. I was like, I guess we're gonna give this a shot. So I started with some friends and they really liked it. And I was like, really? You don't have any notes? Because I do that a lot. Like I'll make like it's a work in progress, but it's essentially considered finished, you know, and I'll send it. It's more of a work in progress if you have notes type of thing. So I'll be like, hey, like, you know, this is what I came up with what you gave me. What do you think? And like literally 98% of the time, it's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. This looks amazing, you know. And then they'll be like, could you just switch these characters, or could you, you know, do, you know, maybe use a different headshot, you know, like it's very minimal though. And so I'm very thankful that people like them so much, because again, it's the imposter syndrome. I'm just like, are you sure? But no, I'm very, very thankful. But there's definitely been hiccups too. You know, like I've been trying to manage my time, you know, because I'm juggling like my survival job with voiceover, with design commissions, and kind of the et cetera of life. And I definitely like have ADHD to some capacity, because it's really hard, and I'm sure it's hard for anyone to juggle it all, but my brain will short circuit after a certain point, and I'm experiencing those hiccups of being someone that offers, you know, services and commissions like that, of how much can you take on, and how much like over the time span, like, are you available to get this done? Because that was that, and this just being transparent in terms of like, when you're a creative and you start something new, like, and you have clients, you have to, there's a lot of like, that didn't work, let's do this differently. Oh, that didn't work. And it's just the process. It happens. But I used to handle things through email. I don't anymore, because basically at my survival job on my break, I would work on banners, because I'm like, okay, well, the hustle's real, let's get it done. And I would go across the street to a public Wi-Fi. I'm not connecting to public Wi-Fi anymore, because my email was somehow hacked. It was like
Oh my
phishing,
God.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my first time I ever dealt with that, and it was really kind of scary, because I'm like, whoa, I have a lot of files on this computer. Don't do that. Like, so my email got phished, and one of my clients they sent whoever was phishing sent a PayPal link, and it didn't have my name on it. But you know, some people are like, well, I guess, you know, maybe they're using a different, you know, whatever. Like it's a very, very innocent assumption. But it was not sent by me, and I really feel terrible, because my client had paid them and I didn't know, because I'm like, hey, you know, I still need to, you know, just like I still am planning on working on this, but I don't think it's been paid yet. And they're like, oh, I did pay it. And I was like, my heart dropped, because I was like, holy crap. Can you send me a screenshot? And then, you know, we figured out what happened, and thank God they were like the sweetest person ever about it. And, you know, I finished their banner, and they seemed to like it a lot. So I'm very thankful. But again, like there are so many like small little things when it comes to like being a designer or a creative, that where you're like, okay, I'm going to open up my services to people, that you really have to be careful. And I'm still learning, because again, I'm very like learn as I go and just figure it out. And this started off really casual. And it still is for the most part, but I'm learning more. Like I really need to like get an organization, like a schedule down for this, because way more, like I get so much organic traffic. I've barely been able to open up to the public of like, I have these slots, because they start filling up before I even have, you know, it's just people hit me up out of nowhere, like, hey, actually I needed this. And I'm like, oh crap, thank you. You know, so it's been really fun to do, and I'm looking forward to doing more.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love it. Like
Yeah.
I can look at it from like an actor standpoint
Mm-hmm.
too, not just as a designer, but as an actor of like, okay, you know, what is representative of you?
Mm-hmm.
What is accurate of like your visual branding? What is
Mm-hmm.
accurate of your color scheme? And what's a good headshot that shows like, you're someone I want to talk to.
Yeah.
Like you're someone I want to like get to know and like ask questions. Like there's a lot of important stuff that goes behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And I make sure to keep all of that in mind because I can put myself in their shoes. I can be like, okay, I'm a voice actor and I want this to look really good. And I want this to draw people to my table and like, let's have a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
So it's all like a big business.
Yeah.
So I am really stoked that I get to do it because there's a lot of parts that go into it, but it's been really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love
That's
that.
my long ramble.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's
Long ramble.
no, that's hey, I love hearing about voice actors who have other things on the go. Other like
Yeah.
I when I sat down with Kelsey Poppin, she's also a marine. Yeah, I know she's also a
Love
marine
Kelsey.
biologist. Where I'm like, how do you have the fucking time?
Oh, literally. No, I'm like, you go, girl.
Yeah, I was like,
I would
yeah,
die.
I'm
But
like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm like,
I
you're a
feel you.
mom,
Yeah.
you're a voice actor, you're a marine. Like,
Literally,
what the?
Kelsey is a beast in
Yeah.
like the most respectful, like
Yeah.
kick-ass girl type way. Like
Yeah.
I love Kelsey.
Yeah, same here. But I was just like, how did this come? How did
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know. Like, man, there are some powerhouses of people
Yeah.
out there. They figure it out because we
Mhm.
do it because we love it. That's why.
Yep. Oh my god, I love that.
Mhm.
So, what's a moment in your career that made you go, I am meant to be here?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I have a lot of those moments when I'm auditioning, actually.
Okay.
I haven't had too much of an opportunity to like
Mhm.
play yet and like
Yeah.
really like feel and go
Mhm.
yet. It will happen. It's
Yeah.
just I haven't yet. But I do a lot in my booth when I'm recording auditions. And there was a recent audition that I channeled a really personal part of me, but it was worth it. Like so it was an emotional subcategory that I don't typically like use when I perform because you shouldn't ever get too comfortable like method acting to
Yeah.
that degree.
Yeah.
Like you want healthier ways to do it. But this was an audition that I felt I was willing to tap into.
Mhm.
And I had to like take a break because I was crying so hard in the booth and I was like, okay, wrap it up.
Yeah.
No, but I love feeling like something that I'm proud of is that I am an extreme empath, sometimes to a fault, but I am very, very emotional. I'm a very emotional person,
Mhm.
and I feel like as I get older, I only get more emotional. Like I
Yeah,
can't seem to like and I don't know why that is, but but I mean, there's a lot of half the time, like if I'm watching a movie, I'm crying
Oh yeah, same here.
over something.
Yep.
And or even listening to music. Like I was listening to like it's so silly. But like I've been on a Michael Jackson kick recently. So
Okay.
I've been listening to Michael Jackson while I drive. And I'll listen to like Human Nature and I
Oh,
just like
yeah.
I'm like driving up.
Yeah.
Because it's just so beautiful. And so anyways, I love knowing I'm an empath
Mhm.
because I just love feeling. I love feeling. And I love being able to take advantage of that when I act. Like I love being able to take a part of myself and be like, what does this mean to me? And how can I use this to amplify my performance? How can
Mhm.
I make this mine?
Yeah.
It's just everything to
Mhm.
me. Like I love it and I can't wait for the opportunity to play and feel even more
Mhm.
because I think, when we were talking about like romance anime, I think like those grounded intimate moments, I mean, sometimes that's just what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, like you feel so strongly and you're so in the moment. Like there's a part of performance where you're just so in it. And I've been this way with auditions where I'm so in it. I'm doing nothing but feeling, and I am, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
am in that moment. I'm not putting on, like I am. And it feels amazing. Like it's so I wish I could put it into words better. It's just I love feeling, and I know that I'm meant to be a creative in any capacity. It does not just stop at acting or voiceover or singing. Like it is everything creative. I am meant to do this. And I don't know, where that road will take me. I don't know how successful I may be in each avenue because I've chosen a lot of avenues to go down. But I am so thankful that I get the opportunity every day to just feel and be. So
Yeah. Oh,
that's
I
my
love
answer.
that. Yeah. I love it. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for being on.
Of course.
Of course, where can the lovely people find you online?
All right. So for my Instagram and my Twitter, I believe it's Hannah, HANNAH Majors, MAGERS. So Hannah M Majors. Yeah, Instagram, Twitter. Follow me on there. Anywhere else is like,
Yeah.
Follow me on there.
Yeah. I forget who it was, but I recently had a voice actor be like, "Follow me on LinkedIn," and I was like, "Really?
You want a job?
Yeah." I was like, "Okay." That was a weird plug.
Yeah. Here's my Skype.
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All of those links will be down below. You can follow me at Corky Cosplays on Instagram, Adam Corky over everywhere else, and subscribe to the Patreon. It gives you access to exclusive videos, behind the scenes content, and episodes a day early. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.